Hey, Grappling Dad's back again.
Finally.
Paul and Kip, finally. Exactly.
Woo, we're slackers.
Been a hot minute. It's all right, though.
Holidays, man. It's not
Holidays.
my fault.
Yeah. What are you going to do? Got plans. Can't all line up the way we want it to.
Ever.
Unfortunately.
No.
Just too much stuff going
We'd like to play him Austin, but he just gets upset with us.
Yeah. Austin's good. Like, he'll be here all the time.
I live
Like,
here.
whenever.
Yeah, he lives here.
This is his
It's not really
spot.
fair.
We can't.
We don't even show up.
We're like, you do it then. Come on, Austin.
Well, I got so
Put
much
a show
shit-
together.
We have so much stuff going on, like at my house. I'm finishing the basement. I got to get enough finished so I can have Jamal's fight. So I have both TVs running at the same
No,
time.
that's right. You
for
got that
Jamal's
big old
fight.
TV, too. You got that big, what,
You're going to have Jamal's
75?
fight
It's
in your
75.
basement?
Huh?
Like Jamal and Paul Craig are just going to fight in your basement?
Yes.
Wow, that was really good. Way to go, literal.
In the
That's always funny.
Why wouldn't they
I thought
fight
it
in
was
the
okay.
basement?
It wasn't. Stop.
Damn.
No, yeah, so we can. Jen's made the event, I think.
I
I
don't know.
don't know.
She did.
Is she? Are you coming?
I can. I'm at a wedding.
Oh, yeah, you're at a wedding. I forgot.
Are you
yeah.
in a wedding or at a wedding?
At a wedding. I'm
Yeah.
definitely not in a wedding.
I would definitely not go.
Shannon's in the wedding.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
going
you're
to say he's
stuck.
screwed.
Yeah.
I already knew that. He was screwed. We
I'd be
knew
like,
that.
I got a fight to watch. Sorry. That was very
I
important.
can't miss it.
Yeah.
Ben's going to be there. Brandon Foster's going to be there, too.
Nice.
Pretty cool.
Glendale, Arizona.
Glendale, Arizona.
Weird spot.
It is a very weird
I didn't know
spot.
they did fights there.
That's what we said on Saturday.
Do now.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, whatever. I'm sure that they can have people in attendance, so that's where they go. Mike's having an issue over there. You have the
just
worst.
falls
Yeah, it just
down.
falls out. Well, that's where that's supposed to go now.
It's going to be a fun show.
So speaking of top mount,
That is the worst transition ever.
I'm good at my job.
TopMountApparel.com is our main and only sponsor. Please check them out for everything Grappling Dads. All of our shirts, which is 2, and hats if you need one. Their GD10 at checkout will save yourself a few dollars. They have new stuff coming out all the time. They have fitness stuff. I don't know if we can talk about any of it, but well, yeah, people are posting.
I was going to say, you're okay.
I think we're okay at this point. But yeah, they
As long as
keep,
you're not
Wait, do
being...
we think we're okay?
I mean, people have been posting.
yeah, everyone's been posting. So they're coming out with a sports bra for women
I'm
that
not
actually
doing
comes
it.
up. I'm going because it's cool. That comes up higher and has like a towards their neck, so it
Nice.
keeps everything in place. My wife is quite excited to try.
Sweet.
So.
And if you want to see them, just go to Top Mount's Instagram where they're
yeah,
posting
where
them
they're
regularly.
posting it regularly now.
Touche.
Yeah,
Touche.
we're good. So
If they weren't posted on Instagram, I would say, whoa, you messed up right there.
yeah, but no,
I
we're
didn't
good.
mess up.
It's public. I know.
Yeah, it's public. If you can't, you saw it. But no, it's really cool. He's always looking to do new stuff. All the guys over there, it's very cool. Guys definitely support them because they definitely support the BJJ and evidently the fitness communities,
I'm
which
still
is really
salty
cool.
that they don't have like a dad bod section. Like I'm in. Toned Teddy
You're-
is what we are. I found that out the other day.
Toned Teddies.
Toned Teddy. So we're not like dad bod. We're certainly not fit.
Yeah, because I'm not a dad bod,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. It's like I'm the guy that like you
Yeah.
can tell like, hey, like 20 years ago he used to work out.
yeah, or me, they're like, yeah, he's not fat.
That's a thing.
He's not fat, but he's not skinny,
Right.
But he's not fat.
Yeah.
What is
If
a
he just stopped
toned-
eating ice cream at Toned Teddy, that's
Toned
like a new
Teddy.
that's like the in between like kind of ripped and cut like the 6-pack. You got the like Joe Rogan says the dick root. Like we don't have any of that.
No, not even close.
Yeah, you know everybody knows Joe Rogan.
Yes.
And that saying that he came
Yeah,
up
sure.
with. But
Sure.
we're not there. But we're not really dad bod. We don't have like the we're not.
I don't have boobs or
No,
a belt
no,
or a
exactly.
belly or anything.
Right.
Yeah, no.
So like right about in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toned Teddy.
I'm a size medium.
Didn't hate it.
shirt,
Medium, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
medium. So
Toned Teddy. All right.
So
Yeah, I've
yeah,
never heard
Al,
that
if you
shit
could
either,
just
so.
come up with a Toned Teddy shirt, I'll rock that out.
yeah, we'll rock that bitch. What up?
Is it
We
just,
would confuse just
hit me
random
up.
ass people. Are like, what the
Yeah,
hell
what
does
the
that
hell's a
mean?
Toned Teddy? It's a thing. Don't you
a
have TikTok?
thing.
Like I know about this. Clearly everybody else does.
Is that a TikTok?
It's a TikTok. That's how I learned about it.
Yeah, I haven't
all
looked
my
at
all
TikTok
my
in weeks,
all my
so-
new stuff. It's all TikTok.
Nice. That seems
All the
safer
kids.
than most major
Oh yeah.
news.
I don't watch CNN
sources.
anymore. You can't do that. I can't do it.
Oh no! Oh no! It's confusing because they're all owned by
Yep.
like 3
My
people.
attention span
Anyways,
is 15 seconds long. So
what are we talking about?
And this podcast is an hour plus. How do you do it?
I don't know.
Hey, and those
I
are
only
a lot
talk for 15 seconds at a time, so we're good. We don't listen to each other. We just like wait for the other person to stop.
Yeah, did he stop talking? My turn.
This is what I wanted to say about
There's
that.
silence. I must speak.
Fill the void.
We're just
fill
filling-
it.
Just filling dead air. That's
Yeah,
all
that's
we
what
do.
we're here for.
So we got a Kip brought this up before we started recording. We got a message from a guy. We're actually going to do that as a show next week.
Yeah.
Do you want to
But
describe
what
it
to
real quick?
just what to expect as a white belt. I think he's in his 40s, brand new, just wondering what to expect. We've done this show probably 2 years ago ish, but I think it's a good time to revisit it. So I think that'll be our show next week.
You know, interestingly, it's like what you can expect is so.
It varies on who you are and what the fuck you do.
It depends on you a lot.
Or the gym
And
you're
it depends
in.
on the gym.
That's why you can do
Yeah.
a whole show, because Austin's like,
Yeah.
well, we could just do a quick part. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
Once we show, every time we open that can, it's like, well, we can just talk for days because it's.
Even if we went on what you can expect at our gym, that's subjective.
Oh, no, that's subjective.
Because that depends on your attitude.
Oh,
like
yeah.
what you can expect from me personally
Yeah.
is different depending on what you do.
Exactly.
And then everybody else has different degrees of
Oh, dude.
like what they can take before they get pissy.
Exactly.
You know?
Or like if your expectation is you're going to win, you come in, you're like, oh, yeah, no, not going to happen.
Yep.
How you deal with that, it
Yeah.
also dictates what to expect. Oh, dude.
Well, it depends
So
on
much to talk
like
about.
how many white belts, blue belts, purple belts, brown belts.
This is for
black
next
belts.
week.
I'm sorry, I'm
For
excited.
next
I'm
week.
excited about
It's
this
a good
topic.
show. I love that topic.
All
We
right,
talk
moving
about it all
on.
the
What
time.
else you
This
got?
week, we're going to talk about what's the difference between purple belt and blue belt. It's like this was tailor-made for our show.
It depends.
Really
is it a
is.
4-stripe? Is it a 4-stripe
Stop.
blue
Stop.
belt versus a
You're literally-
brand new purple belt?
Hey, you're being that guy
know
right
it.
now. But
So?
what if? So, I mean, if he tries to choke you that way, but what if? Don't be that guy.
All right, we'll go with brand new blue and brand new purple. I think that makes the most amount of sense.
Why don't we see what the article kind of goes with?
Oh, is that a whole article dictating what?
Well,
the
that's where he
difference
got
is?
the idea from.
Yeah.
We're not
okay.
reading the whole fucking article.
No, I've
I'm
got
not
I've
sure.
got talking points from
Yeah.
it.
I can't read.
So the
articles.
first big point
No.
was, and I thought this was kind of hilarious to phrase it this way: purple belts rarely make mistakes.
What? Wow.
Okay, here's the thing.
Well, hold on.
thing.
I missed a word. I missed a word that might change it, but I still the purple belt rarely makes basic mistakes. I still don't know if I agree with
I
that.
don't know if I agree with that either.
Okay. Well, so
It changes.
ahead,
it
purple
changes a little bit, but yes, I still think it's.
Still
okay,
think that's a
yeah,
stretch.
basically, like I'm not like pushing people off with my arms. I'm not the egregious new white belt stuff. We
yeah,
don't.
but
We don't.
blue
do
belts
anymore.
shouldn't be doing that shit either.
They do. New blue belts do that. They shouldn't be doing that, but they occasionally revert back. Like it depends on the mentality. So some blue belts never do
Yeah,
that. It
if you're
depends
trying
on,
to win.
right? So again, there's all kinds of sliding scales in jiu-jitsu. So there's the certain people pick up a lot faster than others.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they have a penchant for it. Like they're like, hey, this is my thing, and you can like, oh, cool. Like you're 6 months in and you're pretty.
Yeah.
You're a decent roll already.
Yep.
Then there's people that are 2 years and you're like, bro, really? What are you doing? Like, why don't you
Have you been
listen?
paying attention?
Yeah, so there's that. But I think if you take the median, right?
Yeah.
Blue belts medianly don't make a lot of really egregious white belt mistakes.
Not anymore.
But
yeah.
it still happens.
Yeah, it does. But
Median purple belts shouldn't make.
they shouldn't be making
No,
those
they
mistakes. But
shouldn't
do
make-
they? I think way less than a blue belt would.
Right. Yeah, again, I think on the wrong side of the bell curve, they're still doing that, right? So if you go to a school or you're in the competition mindset and you haven't really learned the fundamentals, but you're just super athletic,
Yeah,
fast, you got all that going for you, so you've been able to get this far in your jiu-jitsu career just based on I'm a badass no matter what sport it is.
You can get through
Yeah.
blue belt as a badass, like super
yeah.
badass. But I
Yep.
think once purple belt hits, it's a reality check for a lot of those guys.
Yep.
So yeah, I agree with that.
I am not a competition level really good purple belt. I'm just not. But I can watch competitions and go, what are you doing?
yeah. Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah, I'll give you
Like
that.
so
Yeah.
there's that. And then there's, obviously people that are like super legit, super, self-aware, conscious, they're in it, they're like really into the sport,
Yeah,
really
yeah.
into the mindset of it, that will look at me and be like, what are you doing? So, like I said, there's levels of the game. So
There
I
always is.
think I think I would be the median, middle-aged. It's one of my hobbies.
Yeah.
I enjoy it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I'm not like so focused on it that everything has to be
Yeah.
perfect either.
True that. I agree.
But yeah, blue belts.
It's
you're
hard.
gonna get
It's-
those like, what are you doing here? Like, what is
There's
this?
there's a lot of those going around, and it's just because blue belt's still a beginner belt, and there's people like you said that picked it up faster, and then once you're a blue belt, some schools think that is a really long belt. So no matter how
yeah.
good you are.
I will say this: like when I got my blue belt, I was doing dumb stuff for blue belt. But it's interesting. So when I got my blue belt, I'm like, oh, I don't deserve this, like a lot of people do, right? But then you kind of grow into it. It like forces you to grow up. Same thing with my purple belt. It like forced me to grow up a little faster. So you have this like 6-month time period where you kind of like catch up. Like I made a lot of progress in the first 6 months, and then you kind of plateau out a little bit. So I think there's a little bit of that to be said too.
Could be.
So
yeah.
So I think once you have a seasoned, and seasoned is 6 months to a year, you got a little bit of time under your belt.
Yeah.
You're starting to do a lot less dumb things, belt dependent, right?
Yeah,
So,
I think so.
that's true for white belt too. So 6 months in, you should be like, okay, you're not doing the really, really stupid things. Like you're not going to win because your timing and your awareness is going to be so off. But at least you're
your
not going,
knowledge is
here's
so
my
little.
arms.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Diving into triangles, all that kind of stuff. Like you should be
The
doing
wrestler
less.
special.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
you got the wrestler special, exactly. So
Yeah.
so a really good wrestler coming into jiu-jitsu, like the first 6 months are going to
You're going to triangle
you're
yourself.
gonna, exactly. You're
on
gonna
other
make,
people.
You're going to make their job easy. But after 6 months, you're like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. No,
Right.
no.
I faced a white belt this weekend at just Saturday Rolls, and I thought his triangle was trash, and I was going to get out of it. And it's like, nope, size matters still. His legs are freaking tree trunks.
Dude, it's a sloppy triangle with somebody that's just freaking enormous still sucks.
Well, this kid's I do remember his name now that I think about it. I'm not going to say it.
Say his name.
6 months in, and he's a wrestler. He comes once or twice a week, so he's just but he's got that wrestling background. And I was like, oh, this triangle's trash. I'm going to turn, stand up, get out, whatever. Yeah. And then he adjusted. I was like, you son of a gun. You picked that up on the fly just now. Or someone taught it to you. Like, you should know how to adjust.
Well, some people, like, because when I started, like, Paul calls it a fight IQ. I don't look at it the same, but it's the same idea. Is, like, things made sense to stop or readjust to. Like, when I first started a triangle, no one taught me to grab my shin. Like we learned it from doing drills, so it wasn't really grab your shin, like verbatim what to do with every part before I think Croyler did a seminar that we did pretty early on. But before that, like it made sense to grab my own shin. It made sense to pull the person back in at that point. Like, it just made sense to do. There's people that just makes, especially with wrestlers, it just makes sense. Like, well, I don't have it. I know I don't have it. Because you can tell when you suck that it's not a really good triangle. You're like, I'll just do this.
You also got those people, right, that like, hey, I learned something and it clicks.
Oh, yeah.
So they're good at that one thing. So if they catch you in that one thing, like even if they're like a white belt or a blue belt, they're really good at a triangle,
Ryan.
a chimera, or
Ryan.
Right,
at our gym, super long legs, super athletic, and everybody's like, wow, he's super good. I'm like, have you ever passed his guard? No. Because even he'll tell you he's fucking lost. He does. You get past his guard, which was hard to get past, and he would triangle most people. He's triangled me a bunch of times. But once you got past it, he literally didn't know what to do. Reverted right back to going, no! His arms straight out. It's like, yeah. But because, just like you said, he got really, really good. But he was super good at holding guard and
I find it interesting.
People.
I'm not sure if you guys have the same experience, but some people, they just have a really hard guard to pass, just based on fight IQ, like basic able to fold themselves in halfness.
Well, Amanda's a good example of that. Yeah. Like, even when she was just getting started, she had short, powerful legs and quick. So you would be like, I'm past. No, you're not. Yeah. I'm past again.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
When they can put their feet behind their head. And
she could literally roll
that guard
completely on top of herself and somehow squirt around and get out again.
When you have to like kneel on their leg that's by their own face.
It's weird.
Okay, I'm like, there's options here, sure, but I'm like, what a pain.
Yeah, why are you a pain in the ass? I could do it. It's just, you're making me work too hard.
So my kids, they have very different levels of flexibility. My oldest, she can bend herself in half. My youngest, not even close, right?
No. So she has your.
Yeah. So my youngest is more like me.
She's
not
a gingerbread
bendy.
man.
Yeah. But my oldest is very what's that? Gumby like. Mm-hmm. So my youngest daughter mounts on my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter brings her feet up and over and peels her off. So I'm like, all right, that's cool. So I'm going to try it again. So I'm coaching Sydney. I'm like, Sydney, like flatten out and make sure she can't get her hooks in and get your arms on the inside so she can't just peel you off. And so Sydney's laying on her face, sprawled out, and Caden is literally upside down backwards and like wedging her feet in.
Yeah.
I'm like, you got to be kidding. And Sydney's like, no, I'm not. She's got all her weight forward. So Caden just went and popped right out the back.
Yeah, it's like,
and now they're in this really stupid. I'm like, I would never teach anybody that. But sure.
It works great.
Like,
You got out.
I'm like, I wouldn't know how to tell Sydney how to stop that.
Like, hey, if they can fold themselves completely in half and then shoot out from underneath you, you're good.
I'm like, I literally,
there's nothing you can do.
I gave Sydney all my best advice, and I'm like, I didn't see that coming. And yet here we are.
Here she goes.
Maybe just try to get her back next time. I don't know what to tell you, sweetie. So
you want to know who else is freaking Dana's like that? You could like she's longer, but you go to pin something down, and all of a sudden, like her other leg comes flying in like an octopus.
Yeah, there's always their feet
heck?
always gets in your face.
Yeah.
I'm like, why though?
I think I've rolled with her a total of maybe 4 or 5 times, and she has punched me or kicked me in the face every single time.
Yeah. So she kneed me in the head again, and she's like, "I'm so sorry." I'm like, "I'm gonna start hitting you."
Yeah. I'm gonna start punching back.
Right. I'm gonna get a water bottle. No.
Treat her like a cat.
No.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad white belt.
I went down to Croylers on Memorial Day, and I rolled with Travis, and within a minute...
He's super fun, man.
Well, I felt like a dick because a minute into the roll, I kneed him in the head.
Jesus.
We were not going hard.
What are you doing, man?
This was my first time back in 6 weeks, and I'm like, I just want
to go to Croylers during
I just want to flow. It's Memorial Day. We're just here to have some good rolls. And I was, he gave me side control. Let's be real here. And I went and just kneed him in the freaking head. I'm like, what are you doing? And he goes, good shot. And I'm like, no, don't.
Good job,
don't
white belt.
encourage me.
Good job.
Yeah, like, come on, man.
That's funny.
I felt so bad.
It's not.
still
It's
can
not. So
happen,
here's the
though.
thing. Here's the what.
I've ran into people's
Here's the
knees.
purple belt, blue belt thing, right?
Yeah.
So as a white belt, you're just gonna knee and elbow people in the face
Oh my God,
all the time.
it's insane.
As a blue belt, you still do it, right?
Yeah.
But
Occasionally you do.
but when you do, it's like, oh man, that really sucks. I'm not used to doing that, but it
Yes.
still happens. Purple belt, I still do it, absolutely. But it's when I'm trying new stuff I'm not used to. Because
You've kicked me before, but
I've kicked everybody.
You've tried some.
Yeah.
It's always like, hey,
Yeah.
what'd you watch on YouTube?
Well, it's not even that. But like, if you learn something in class, you're like,
Yeah,
I'm going to try that
and apply it.
And even it doesn't matter if you're purple belt. If it's something new, it's not going to work. Especially when somebody's fighting live. And
Oh
you're- and
yeah,
you're-
totally different.
Yeah, and you're like, oh, I'm going to go inverted and try to go for this heel hook, and then thunk, I'm like, I didn't pay attention to my neither, did I, bud? Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a lot of groin shots come when you're working on new
Yeah, but I
ankle
think
locks or knee bars. You end up groin shotting people. It's like,
Paul. I think Paul Elliott said it really good. Like, I make the same amount of mistakes that white belts do. They're just smaller mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're because I'm also learning and trying and experimenting. So yeah, the degree of the mistake is just.
I think that's really true of it's well said
Yeah.
because I think that's true of all belts. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because I obviously make just as many mistakes now as I did with white belt, but they're different.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a
different.
really good way to put it. What else you got, bro?
So this point I actually agreed with, and mostly just because I've been back a entire week. So I've been right feeling
Better than me.
Yeah. Well, this second point, the purple belts will be quick to punish you for doing something badly compared to blue belts who may not be as quick or may not recognize it as quick, which, should be a standard. It's one belt above. But there are so many times just this past week where I've felt like I've got something, but I didn't recognize it soon enough. And it's just like, man, if I had been...
Well, you're a step slow. That's your timing. You're right.
Partially timing, but partially being a blue belt. Like if I had been...
I don't know. Austin might just be bad at this. I don't know.
Austin just might suck. Also true.
No, but you're right, though. It's...
So it depends.
Yeah.
So punish is subjective. And it depends. It's role dependent. So if a blue belt is rolling with a purple belt, the purple belt will give the blue belt a chance to do something, but they're going to have the window of opportunity smaller than they would with a white belt. So the white belt, they're going to kind of like, wait, maybe kind of like nudge them in the right direction to get them to do the right thing. And they're
leave
do
something
that.
out there for them more.
They're going to do that less with a blue belt. So I'm not going to give you the same opportunity that I'm going to give a white belt.
Which you shouldn't.
Right.
But yeah, it's interesting because all these things lead me back to like, it also depends on what kind of asshole belt you are. Because if you're an asshole blue belt or you're an asshole purple belt, because I've rolled with purple belts that just think they're hot shit. And
Paul.
How dare
Little
you? What have I ever said?
Yeah.
It was there. I took it. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it was wide open. I gave a pause to let it fit.
It's not that I don't, but I really try to act like.
No, and I haven't. They just think they're hot shit, and it's annoying as hell rolling with them because they don't leave anything for you. You know, they're like, no, I don't have to, because they have enough knowledge to not leave things for me. But then the rolls suck.
Yeah.
And it goes for a blue belt with a fucking white belt. Like, they don't want to lose, so they're like, I'm going to do jack shit.
If a purple belt is trying not to lose to a blue belt, I think there's an ego problem, right? You should be how do I say it? Like, dictating that the role is good. And by that, I mean giving them space, giving them the time they need to work so that it can be, I don't want to say competitive because it's a more cooperative role. So the upper belt should have to make it more cooperative. So the blue belt rolling to the purple belt can just, hey, go nuts, have fun, right?
Yeah, go nuts, and you should be able to handle this, and it should be fun.
Right, be respectful and do the right thing. Don't just be a douche. But like you can go 100% for your skill level, right? As long as you're doing jiu-jitsu, and the purple belt should be able to tone it down so that it's fun.
Yeah.
If they're shutting down every single thing you're trying to do in training, like, come on, that's a little bit ego. If it's competition training, which I think might be a little bit different, like I
we don't
I
know
have
that
leeway
shit.
for that, right? So
Somebody else can fill us in.
Right, but I think in regular training, like I think the upper belt should kind of give a little leeway to lower belts.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. It's just, it's funny because I was talking to Croyler about why I was, this was months ago, like why I wasn't really amped to go back. I go, it's just a ton of white belts. And he's like, well, you can control them. It should be fine. I'm like, yeah, I can control them, but they're so young, they're so athletic, and I'm so fucking broken that it's just, I can just keep it to what I want it to be. The only thing is, it's not fun for me, and it's not fun for them, because I can just stop them from doing things and hold them in a position, sweep them, but I can't really submit them because they're so fucking strong.
Well, here's the thing.
It's
like,
true.
They're like like they can push me off of them. Half our school, more than half our school, can bench press me, and I'm like, I'm not good enough for this.
So it's interesting, right? So when I was 30, 35 years old, it was so different than when I'm 42.
I wish I would have started back then, because I did. But before I did pretty well when I started. I didn't get hurt.
Yeah.
It was about 2 years in that I fuck-tarded everything.
So with me, like I have issues coming in. Like I'm all but crippled. Like my wife is having serious conversations of, you should get a handicap sticker in your car in case you got to park too far away. Like those are...
Dude, it's ugly.
Yeah.
When he has to park a long ways away, because I've done it, and he'll look at, we were going to pick something up, and I parked too far away.
And I had to
he's like, dude, you got to slow down.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, man, but you can't walk this fast.
But I knew that too. I'm like, I felt like a dick instantly because I'm like, fuck, because I know that, and I walk fast, and he was not walking fast at all.
Yeah, I felt bad because I'm like, when you're forced to walk slow, that sucks just as much as
it
me
does.
trying to jog to keep up with
him.
him.
I know. I felt bad.
But there's those things. So yes, to a degree, you can control a lot of people, but you always get those really, really big athletic people.
Or if they're wrestlers, wrestling white belts are dangerous.
Yeah, and even blue belts that kind of don't get it yet. You know what I mean? They're just they're really, really big, real athletic. They got the knowledge, but they just don't have that chill yet. It's like, man, now you have a little bit of knowledge and you have that mentality. And I'm like, that's tough for me because I'm the only income. So I got to go to work the next day. I already hurt regardless of jiu-jitsu.
Well,
I don't want to hurt more because of it.
Exactly.
That's your regardless.
That's my regardless. Yeah.
Well, and hey, Top Mount Apparel,
topmountapparel.com. Regardless,
check
check it out. That's actually fantastic.
They have stickers. They've never sent us one.
Yep.
Al's watching, so
Al,
commented
Al,
in the
where's my
chat.
sticker?
Where's my
dick?
regardless sticker, bro? Like, we need that.
That's what you're bitter about, a sticker, bro.
Yeah, I am.
Sticker?
Okay.
Do you remember
how much
when
crap
Andrew
they
put a
sent us?
Just Jiu-Jitsu sticker on my
Jiu-Jitsu.
car and I didn't see it for like 3 months?
Yeah, it was hilarious. Literally did it for months. They came on the show, slapped it on the back of his car, and he never noticed. I pointed it out. I'm like, you saw the sticker, right? You're like, no. I'm like, go look at your car.
You had no idea. I probably watched it like 13 times.
Oh, yeah.
Never looked at it.
It was amongst other stickers, so that's fair
dumb,
enough that your
though.
wife had left on there.
They got me good. That was pretty funny.
And it's so to go to your point, we're both kind of in the same route. I don't talk about, like, I always say I'm broken, but I don't talk about much of what I go through every day. Literally, I'm in pain every day. Sitting in a car fucking hurts. Standing up hurts. Laying down's good. So I got that.
Hold on. Speaking of that, when I'm sleeping, I got one of those wedge pillows.
Oh, did you get one?
Then I put two pillows under my knees, so I'm like in a little cradle.
Yeah.
Otherwise, my back hurts.
Yeah. Dude, we are so broken. And
it's
people
so bad.
But people get after me too. It's funny because my wife knows, but and she understands. But people are like getting after me, like, you're not at the gym. What's wrong with you? I'm like, well, I've had time off and I can fucking stand up for more than 5 minutes. It's been really nice. Now, do I miss jiu-jitsu? Yes. Yeah. So I'll have to go back very soon, actually.
I'm
but it's you. Everybody out. This is something I just want to say to everybody is like, if it hurts all the time, you got to take time off. So I'm gonna have to go back and and take a break before I start hurting again. And I'm trying to figure that out because it's hard because it's after class, it's hard for me to move. Like my neck, I can't turn. Like left is no longer a thing. Like, I got right like a son of a bitch. But like left, I'm like, whoa.
You got like 13 mirrors on the side of your truck, and just so you don't have to do the head check.
Well, I started a new job, and I had one of the guys that works for me sitting in my truck with me. And I checked my blind spot this way, and I did this for the other way, literally that far. And he goes, "What the fuck was that?" I'm like, I was checking my blind spot. Luckily, I got this cool little mirror that does it for me. He's like, "Can you not turn?" I'm like, "Oh God, no."
Now, luckily, my van, at least when I'm in that, it checks my blind spots for me. It has a little indicator.
Yeah, mine has a little like
right there.
My truck has like a bubble that shows me that blind spot, so it's perfect. But like, whenever you have people that don't come all the time or come sparingly, shut up. You don't know what they're going through. Could be anything from a mental problem to having fucking crippling anxiety to having neck surgery that should have worked and didn't. Or being Paul and being made of paper mache. It's just give people slack. I don't care if you're blue or purple belt. Give fucking people slack on where they're at in their lives. Because I'm getting sick of people going, "Where are you?" F off. F off.
It also comes, just to be devil's advocate for a good way. It also comes from people want to see you, people miss you, and there's a way they should go about it.
But everyone misses me, it seems, because it's super annoying. Every time my wife comes home, she's like, "I'm sick of telling people where you are." I'm like,
I think most of that comes with love. I really do. But
I know, but
I've literally had it where it comes not in that place.
Yes.
Or they're basically calling me a little bitch because, well, I can do it. I'm this old, blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I get it, but you don't have the same kind of issues I do. So
doesn't matter how old you are; it's how broken you are.
Yeah.
And our broken levels are quite high. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. But that all being said, like I think it's just about time for me to get back to it.
I think it is. Yeah. I need to get back. I've been back more than you. Not hard to do. But I have been back more than you. I've been bugged by a lot of people to come back. I will.
Yeah, I have been rolling in the basement, but I can control that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Control who it is.
I don't have other people hitting me while I'm rolling with somebody else. I can. Do
not go to the beginner class.
Do not go to the beginner class.
Do not. There's 112 people in our beginner class.
Right. Listen, I love the beginners. I love the fact that we have people trying
I love white belts. I do. But holy crap, there's a lot of them for our gym size. Our gym is not big enough.
It's too much. We almost need like a third class.
I was talking to my buddy from work, and they were saying that they have...
Jamal. That was hilarious.
They have
Jamal
like
would just lose or something.
The colored belts in the middle, and then the white belts line the entire gym now. Yeah. Like, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, well, it goes to the third wall.
It goes to the third wall, dude. And yeah, Jamal, the UFC effect, I guarantee has a lot to do with it. We're pulling more people in. She has a great coach. People want to work with him. Get it. But, from an old blue belt fashion, go away. I love new people, but go away. Yeah. Just away from me.
Well, what we're also doing is we're making all the colored belts sit on the mat, and all the white belts match up with a blue belt, which is fine.
No, it's not.
If you have space.
Hard pass.
And you have to have the ability as a upper belt to say no. No. Too big, too much wrestling. Bye. No, not doing it.
I'm just gonna aim this toward Edwin. Edwin can kiss my ass. He keeps wanting to roll with me. I'm like, you're fucking humongous. No.
Here's the sucky part with that, right? So if you only have a certain number of colored belts, and then you have like those few really giant guys that legitimately want to be,
We have
good,
some big
and then we're
cats in our
going.
school.
I'm not rolling with you. Like I actually feel bad for them. Does that make sense?
I understand why you feel bad.
No,
but
no,
Yeah.
I get why you're saying, but it has to happen.
Yeah.
Look how I got hurt. I got hurt by a dude that thought he was bigger and badder than me.
It's always a bummer when
And it
you
was
like,
also my fault.
It's always a bummer when you like take 2 or 3 minutes and explain to them, hey, like slow down, just do jiu-jitsu. Like,
If you
it's
do
not
it
a, you know,
long enough, then the
Yeah.
buzzer hits and you just move on from them. Just be like, let me explain you a few things.
My point is when you go through all the trouble to like lay out the ground rules and they're like, yeah, got it.
They
And then
don't
clear-
follow
then
them. They
clearly don't.
can't.
Right.
When you were a white belt, if someone explained all that shit to you, what would you do? The exact same shit you normally do. And then you would be surprised when they're like, you're doing it wrong. Really?
Also,
How many times did you tell me I was a fucking idiot when I was a white belt?
Plenty.
Plenty.
Also, just to reiterate my feelings of love from people who say they want to see you back. Ben, Purple Belt Ben, said, Kip and Paul, when are you coming back?
When did he say this?
Right now, he's in the chat. He figured out the
that
chat.
He figured it out.
Hey, Ben.
That's his first message. He goes, I figured out the chat, guys.
I love that guy. He's one of my favorites. He's my golf partner on
Nice.
Wednesdays.
I do miss rolling with Ben. He's fun.
He's the funnest guy in the gym to roll with.
And
for
someone, John's Jazz? I don't know who that is.
sure.
Come
Neither
back,
do I.
Paul. I need someone to work with again on Sundays. John's Jazz.
John's
John's Jazz. Don't know.
Who would you work out
Put
with
your
on
actual
Sundays?
name
Dude,
on
I
there.
worked
We
with-
won't say it on here, but
I mean, we might.
I
we
worked
might.
with-
There's a good chance we will.
When it's Ben.
Hey, by the way,
Full name.
do we know that? What's the name of the guy who won the tumbler?
Oh, Adam.
Adam, right? But
Yeah.
that's not his actual name because I think he's a cop. But we have his tumbler.
Oh, okay.
I had his tumbler. This is not Roy's fault. It was mine. I had it for like over 2 weeks now.
oh, my God.
And totally forgot I had it until I went to go clean out. I'm like, hey, my wife's like, you need to get rid of this. I'm like, ha ha. That's for one of our listeners. My
get that
bad.
out, yeah.
And it's dope.
I have his address, or we can take it to the gym. I haven't
Why
seen
don't
him
we
at the
just, I'll
gym.
just bring it to, yeah, we'll find out if he's at the gym. I'll message him.
All right, sure.
Yeah, I'll message him sooner or later. No, I won't. I'll forget.
And to be fair, I worked with
No, just
anybody on Sundays. Everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna, but
I
yo,
know, but like, who
but
would
who's
actually
he
show up
talking
regularly
about?
on
Yeah, that would be
Sundays?
like, I need Paul to work on
Aside
Sundays.
from Jesse.
It's not Jesse. We know that because Jesse couldn't. No, we're
Jesse doesn't
he
know the
doesn't
internet?
listen, and he doesn't listen to the podcast.
Well, he's smart.
That's also true. And he has
Fair
a beautiful wife and 2 daughters to, occupy his time.
Jason?
My buddy from work.
Is that Jason?
Yeah, maybe.
I don't want to say last. Can I say last names?
Nah,
No, Bert, no, Bert.
But yeah, he's good though. He should be. He knows the curriculum. Like, you got to be a blue belt by now, I think.
No, he took a lot of time off.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he
He
did.
took some time off. He knows the entire curriculum.
No, I know
Good.
that. No, I'm talking about
Andy
to get
rolled-
to get the attention of coach. He took some time off for
Yeah,
COVID,
fair.
and I mean that's not his fault.
COVID's
You
fake.
settle down.
No,
in fact,
no, so
just
I
look
know-
at him
hold
getting
on.
pissed
No.
for his friend.
No, I know personally people have started after him that have more stripes than him.
Motherfucker, I'm a one-stripe blue
and
belt,
I don't
and I've
care
been
about-
doing
I'm-
it for 5 years.
I'm not talking about
Who
you.
cares?
And he did that for like a couple years before he started in Black Lion, so he can actually do jiu-jitsu.
Look
Like,
at
he's
him.
legit good.
Okay. I'm just saying he wants you to see you back. I tried to drop a COVID is fake in there and tried to get some riled up emotions. I got nothing.
COVID is fake.
Yeah, you did.
Don't do that.
That was a good try.
No, you guys just ignored it.
Yeah, we ignored it.
I'm just trying to stir up stuff. and
We're
nothing
trying
works.
to not get
It's like,
canceled.
no, I'm not
Well,
doing this.
Just kidding. I do everything in my
I was
power
gonna say
to
we've
get canceled.
probably been canceled and just not known it.
Right, we're so shadow banned.
That's how
right now.
bad
Hey,
we've
there's
been
like
canceled.
there's like a lot of people that have not canceled us. It's weird.
Right.
It shocks me every time I check our numbers. I'm like, that's fucking crazy.
Now Ben needs to unfigure out the chat.
Oh no, Ben's just chatting it up.
What else we got from
Ben's
the,
been on the show,
purple
everyone. If you
versus
didn't
blue?
know,
He's been on the show,
He's been on the show.
Different chained moves. So purple belts know multiple techniques from almost every position. They can chain them together.
Yeah.
Blue belts
Typically,
getting
no.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
typically
well,
when
that's
you're-
simple. Go ahead.
Yeah, typically when you're a blue belt, you're going for like one thing at a time. Like newer blue belt,
No.
right?
I was
Yeah.
going to say, hold on about that. That's not totally true. Yeah, new white belt, yes. Totally
I
agree
said
with
blue
that.
belt, not...
You just said new blue belt.
Yeah,
What about
you said
just-
white belt.
I did not say white belt. Did
Play,
I say
play
white
it
belt?
back. You said white belt.
Did I say white belt?
I think you said white belt.
Okay, blue belts. Blue belts. Go ahead. You were saying something anyways. I just cut you off.
Yeah, blue belts typically, they go for one thing at a time. Like they're going for this or that or the other thing. Then they stop and then they go for something else. Where a purple belt typically, like we'll take a triangle for example. Like you'll get a blue belt that goes for the triangle. And they're trying whatever they can to finish the triangle. With the purple belts, you're going to get, okay, the triangle is not working. They'll go to the armbar, then omoplata, and then they'll just like switch back and forth real easy when they're trying to escape or do something like that.
But I'm a blue belt, and I work on sequences.
Okay, you're the best blue belt ever.
No, I'm just saying. Hold on, that's not what I'm saying at all. But I do. I think a lot of blue belts do. White belts don't.
No. Have you rolled with them?
What, blue belts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I typically get like, they're going for this.
Yeah, but I usually go, like, I have one sequence in mind for me that I use, and
Like
also
what?
one from the top. I go for my underneath armbar. If that doesn't go, then I go to a straight armbar, and then I go to an omoplata. And if not, then I go to take the back from there.
But you've got a sequence.
No, I got a few. I use one from the top. Usually not very effective, but I'm working on it.
I think that's the point. Yours at
But
this
I'm not
point,
going for one thing. I'm usually trying to use it to get to the next thing.
sure, but you're not good at it yet. While purple belt's probably more in tuned and like has different
I'll give
branches.
that. Yeah, I'll give that for sure. But I just don't
Paul's
think there's
just
this.
staring me down.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
but the only thing is, I just don't think there's this huge disparity, like huge gap between deep blue and purple. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Deep blue and deep purple, or deep blue?
Deep blue and purple.
Well, no, because like if you're
But
a
you
four-stripe-
basically, but you keep looking at me like doing a sequence is completely out of the realm for a fucking blue belt, which I disagree with.
So if you go with a deep blue and a deep purple, that's very, very different too. So it depends on the level. So if you're going for 4-stripe blue versus brand new purple, that's not as different.
But you just said blue belts don't do anything. They do one at a time.
I'm doing an average. Like I said, median. We
Yeah.
talked about this already. A medium blue belt doesn't have a whole lot of sequences they do. A medium
I
purple
think they're
belt
working on more than
does
you
a
would
lot.
say. I would hope blue belts would be working on it.
No.
Why
They
not?
could be working on it, but they're not doing it.
Really?
What do you think?
I mean, I have sequences I go for, but I also have, I don't want to call it a mental block, but like I forget all the time.
Well, see, mine's natural though. You helped me build it anyways, asshole.
Well, you have a couple sequences that you do, but
Yes.
when you're rolling with purple belts, they have a bunch of them that they do.
Do they though? Not
Yes,
all
they do.
purple belts I've rolled with have. I just think you're generalizing too much.
I don't think so.
I think so.
You kind of have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing is,
What are
but
we
you're
doing?
acting like purple
Yeah.
belts are these fucking amazing fucking athletes. They are not.
Compared to blue belts, they are.
Not all of them. And not all blue belts.
We're generalizing.
Yeah, but you're generalizing
Yeah, I'm
too
sure. I'm
much.
sure you have a couple of really, really good blue
I'm not
belts, and you have
talking-
a
yeah.
couple of really, really bad purple belts. Sure, whatever. But if you're taking the average and the average, like one stripe, or two stripe and two stripe with the different colors, it's
True.
a vast difference. It's vast.
I don't know if it's that vast.
It is though.
What is Ben?
Purple. He's a
I-
3.
Two stripe.
I was gonna say,
No,
I know
I
he's a
think he got
purple
his
belt.
third.
Did he?
I think he might have
only
his
thought he
third.
had two, but
I can't remember.
All right, so let's just say
Two.
Two or
We'll say
three.
2.
all right.
He's
so,
on the chat. He could tell us.
Yeah, Ben, tell us how many stripes you got.
FYI, it's
Doesn't
fun
matter.
just to disagree with you.
It doesn't matter. So Ben and I rolled, what was it, Monday, Tuesday? It doesn't matter. And just like the amount of times he could just think 2 to 3 steps ahead and put those sequences together.
how many stripes are you?
1.
Yeah. So you got one stripe, and he's maybe a 2. So that's pretty standard.
Like standard
right?
one
Well,
belt.
yeah, it's close enough.
But Ben's a little cheater too. I see what you're saying though, because no, he was a blue belt for fucking ever. Because he had, just like you, he did not want to move on. He's like, why do I want to go through that? So he was a blue belt for a super long time.
But it shows because he's freaking
He's
amazing.
freaking amazing now.
He
Oh
bow
yeah,
and
he's
arrowed
awesome,
me
dude.
so many times. It's like,
He's been doing that bow and arrow since I met him. He's such a bitch.
Well, it's
I hate
good.
it.
I
He's
mean-
so good at it. It sucks.
and I like
I hate when he gets me in it. I'm like, oh, you've tried it so many times.
he
You get it all
apologized in the chat,
time.
and I'm just like, why are you apologizing?
Yeah,
I
no,
need
that's
to
good.
learn how to get out of that spot.
He's awesome, man. I love that cat.
Yeah.
I do. He's a great guy. But I love bugging Paul more by just disagreeing.
Last point in the article. In-depth knowledge of jiu-jitsu, and I guess this could go a number of different ways. Obviously,
Well, I think that's just obvious, though.
right.
Purple belts should have a more in-depth knowledge than blue belts. But the only thing is, it sucks.
Well, yeah.
The belt system's great and shitty all at the same time. Because there's shitty, like you just said, there's shitty blue belts and there's shitty purple belts. You know, there's guys that shouldn't be a purple belt that are, and there's vice versa. It's just, but for the most
like
part,
I said, we're trying to generalize here.
We're
median. Like,
median's
like
hard.
you're an okay blue belt, you're an okay purple belt. You're not winning world masters or anything like that. You're just, hey, you do this 3 days a week, standard IQ, standard body. Like,
Maybe
that's
I'm just
what you
bitter
get.
because I suck
Average
at it.
size. You know, that's what we're trying to do. Like
I know, but
I
it's so
get there's a
hard.
sliding scale.
It's hard. It's hard to say. Like, this is the easy one because obviously purple belts should know more. And if you got into purple belt and you fought through blue belt, you have more dedication than most people in this world. And I'll probably be a blue belt forever. I'm never going to give up the sport, but I will probably be a blue belt forever because I just don't. I have too many other interests in my life.
Well, here's what we'll do. Like, we'll take me personally, right? So when I was a 2-stripe blue belt and I'm a 1-stripe purple belt, I would beat the crap out of a 2-stripe blue belt myself.
Oh yeah.
So if you just go based on self, not like average, like you versus me versus Austin, like that's kind of stupid. That's dumb comparisons, right?
Yes.
But if you just go based on yourself, the level of knowledge, the level of transitions is hugely different personally.
Yeah,
for
personally,
me.
yes. Oh yeah, for sure. I agree with that. But I think I don't think I'm very good at this by any stretch of the imagination. But I am. I'm good for how long I've been.
Well, here's the thing. Like once you're a 2-stripe purple belt, you'll look back to where you're at now and go, I was garbage.
Well, yeah, but that's true of anything. Though.
Yeah, exactly.
Anytime you excel past where you're at,
it.
the past. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But it sucks because blue belts kind of get shit on.
As they should.
No, I don't think so.
Absolutely should.
No.
White belt should be like praised for going and sticking to it, and blue belt should be
shit on. Wonder why people quit. It's true.
Where do the blue belt blues come from again? It's just weird.
But see, I don't have blue belt. I've always enjoyed doing it. It's just honestly, my injuries have pulled me away, and I don't talk about it much. But I'm trying to because people need to know. Like, it sucks. It sucks to be injured. Paul's always that way. I'm always that way. Paul's much more open about it. I'm more like, I'm fine. I can't feel my left foot, but I'm fine. Yeah, I literally got a tattoo.
It was your right foot I broke, wasn't it?
Yeah, you broke my right foot. That was hilarious. Dude, did I tell you? I didn't tell you. I was walking down those stupid steps I didn't measure out around my outside of my going down to the pool.
Yeah.
And wasn't paying attention where I was walking. I was carrying the salt. And I stepped off the side of one and rolled that ankle. Holy shit. Like, I didn't have any pain when you did it.
Did you tap out?
Yeah, I tapped out to the salt and the rolling of my ankle. I just sat there. My wife comes out. She goes, "You okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, totally fine." Jesus. It didn't bruise again, so it's fine. It was fine the next day. But it was pretty damn funny because I'm like, "Fucking Paul." I was really hoping your camera in the back. I was hoping your camera in the back was on because I was like, "Fucking Paul," and then laughed.
Its face is the wrong way.
Yeah, I know.
Dang.
I was gonna throw a rock over there to be like, "Hey," but no. But it's interesting though. This whole conversation has just brought me to the point of blue belts and purple belts. Why blue belts are shit on so much, I don't understand exactly. I understand it's still a beginner belt. I have no problem with that.
I don't think anybody's shitting on anybody.
But they do, though.
How so?
Because blue belts still suck.
They do.
But they don't.
They do.
Most of them don't.
It's relative. It's compared
but
to
then
what?
Don't tell them they suck. That's what I've come across many times. I'm so sick of this sport going, yeah, you're supposed to suck.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, that doesn't help anyone to keep doing it.
I'd rather have humility than hubris.
But we're talking about other people.
I'd rather the other people have humility than hubris. It's one thing I can't stand is hubris. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't care how good you think you are. Shut up. I don't care.
Well, and that's just
I don't need to hear that.
But that's also true. But look at me. I don't think I'm good at this.
Here's the thing. A lot of people get their blue belt and then they start picking on white belts and then they get white belts quit because they can finally dominate another human being. Look at all this stuff I can do. I'm like, no, just you suck too. Just settle
Is that
down.
more people than
I think
normal?
so.
No,
Yeah.
I'm just asking. I have no clue. I don't pay enough attention.
When white people when white belts are used for
Sounded terrible.
right?
All of a sudden, we've gone the wrong way.
Now we're definitely canceled. There it is.
When they're used for fodder, like, oh, look at all the stuff I can do to them. And I think that happens a lot. Like you finally get a certain level of knowledge. You got the blue belt. You're part of the club. You're the cool kids now, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna mess these kids up. Well, look what I can do to them. I think that happens more. So I think they
purple
need
belts have a tendency to do that.
I think
I've seen purple belts treat fucking white belts like utter dipshits. Like
I have not seen that.
I have.
We have good purple belts.
I've never seen that.
I'm talking about other.
I've seen it at other
There's ones,
gyms.
there's ones I've met. Not our gym. Our purple belts are solid. Like none of them are dicks to anyone.
Like Paul, Morgan, Ben.
Adam. Whenever he showed back up, like they're never dicks to white belts. But I've seen at other gyms, they're dicks. They're like cocky. Like blue belts will do it because they can. Purple belts are just cocky and arrogant. Like, look what I can do to you. No one cares. I think no one cares in the real world.
Corler's gym also has good purple belts. Now I think
they do too.
Travis, Clive, Steve.
Clive, yeah, they got good ones.
You know,
Steve sucks. Just don't even worry about it. Steve sucks.
I got a bone to pick with Clive. I think he rolls with his eyes closed.
Yeah, he does.
Wait.
He does.
What's wrong with that?
He does. Haven't you rolled with him before?
On purpose. Yeah, Monday.
He rolls a lot of times with his eyes closed.
Do you know why most people do that, including myself?
So they can feel?
Yeah.
So they can like feel the movement, not just react to what they're seeing?
That's part of it.
Okay.
The other part is we're still getting our eyes poked by brand new people that don't have any control
I was
going to
say, I don't close my eyes, but I look up. If you ever roll with me, most of the time I'm looking straight up.
You want to know what's really like
for the same reason
dehumanizing? When you get submitted with a dude who's got his eyes closed. It's like, all right, cool, man. Like you're not.
Yeah, I guess I should probably watch that because most of the time I look so uninterested when I'm rolling with people because I just look straight up.
You shouldn't have to have your eyes open to roll though.
No, you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't.
But I was like, this,
everything by the way, everything's pretty much in arm's reach.
Yeah.
This purple belt is rolling without his eyes open and he's killing me. This sucks.
It's more humiliating
but
when they
Clive's
have a
been doing
conversation
it, man.
with somebody else.
I'm just giving Clive
dedicated.
crap. I love Clive, but it was just
Clive's probably the weirdest cat I like.
right? He's weird.
He's a weird cat, but I like him. For some reason I like him because he's weird as shit.
He was in my guard and I looked up and I'm like, your eyes are freaking closed.
I do that. I used to close my eyes, but the only problem was I couldn't see where they were coming. Like I feel now if I look up, I can see if they're going to smack me in the face. And I can be like, oh no. Because I do. I look up. I learned that from you. I'm like, I just look up constantly. And Paul Elliott's in his guard. You remember that? He'll tell you to put your chin up. I'm like,
yeah,
I'll just do that. I just won't get hit as much. It works great. Except for Dana. I'm going to bring her up because she still manages to poke me in the fucking eye and punch me. She's so fucking lanky.
Why you keep rolling with her? She's hurt both of you now.
She has.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she did.
She's powerful as shit.
I know.
Good Lord, construction can build some muscles. She's powerful, dude. It sucks.
She'll get there one day.
Yeah, but she's so mean to me. She's not. She's awesome.
Ben, I roll with my eyes closed. Shut up, Ben.
Haven't you seen him? He does too.
I can't. I'm too busy getting bow and arrowed.
Yeah, tell
Ben,
hey Ben, stop doing a bow and arrow. See what else you got. Oh wait, he's got tons of shit.
I think if you
don't do that.
He armbarred me too.
Yeah, he's fucking sick, dude. It's super fun to roll with him. I suck, so he just makes me feel bad.
Well, I like rolling with Ben because he gives me the opportunity to get out.
He always does.
And then if I don't, he's like, well, you didn't. Here you go.
Him and Paul Morgan, our purple belts are really good at giving people a chance. Like, not even a chance. I guess that sounds bad because you're not. You're just leaving openings. It's not you're giving it a chance because that's just an asshole thing.
No,
I guess I'll give you a chance. That's an asshole thing to say.
Well, when you say it like that, yeah,
exactly.
In that tone,
that's exactly what we're doing.
I know they're not. Yeah. They're not saying it like that.
But you're leaving openings for them. You're doing things that you wouldn't do with a.
Well, here's the thing: I can finish the armbar, or I can let you escape it, and then we can transition to something else.
Well, that's a little far for me. But I get what you're saying.
So if I just. So the submission is like the exclamation point on the end of a sentence.
Yes.
Like the fun part is a sentence. I liked rolling. I don't want to have to keep on resetting, slap, bump, try to get a position, blah, blah, blah. Or I can just like not get the tap, let you escape, and then just keep rolling.
Coming from the same asshole that if I get something on him, bitches at me for not finishing it.
I mean, he's not perfect. What do you want from him?
Well, I treat him like I try to treat him like a normal human being, but I can't. I can't because you're fucking made of fucking paper mache. I can't. I did an
Larry's
arm
the
bar.
same way.
I went for an arm bar, and this dude goes, "You need to finish it," and he wouldn't move until I went back to the exact same position and finished it.
Larry's the same way. He doesn't finish his submissions.
I don't finish any of mine.
But then Larry's like, you can finish that. And I'm like,
I think other people can finish them on me, but I almost finish none of them. I don't really care.
Yep.
I'm just like, I got it, and then I'm out. But Paul can say
How
that
do you,
all
how
he
do you
wants.
feel about starting over from scratch?
I hate that shit.
Thank you.
Because you get back into this shit. It's just grabbing air.
Yeah, I only want to do that one time per
Yeah,
roll.
I really,
Like,
we were
that's
good.
enough.
Well, you and I roll well together, though. It doesn't really matter, except for when I let go, because then you get all pissy.
Yeah, don't let go. Finish the damn thing.
It's like, ooh, that was a good armbar.
Yeah.
Fucking finish it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't wanna. You're my friend.
speaking of blue belts here, Mark Bobo, he just got his blue belt this past Saturday.
Congratulations.
Hey, congrats.
Which
That's
would be
awesome. So
yesterday.
you're quitting next week then?
So we'll never see you again.
It's okay. He ordered 2 top mount shirts.
All right.
and
boy.
used GD10
Good job,
at
buddy.
checkout.
Yes.
All right.
Get you some.
Thanks, Mark.
All right. That's a
awesome.
smart blue belt right there. He's going to continue on.
We got
right,
some
what else you
questions
got?
from BJJ Everything.
No,
Yeah,
let's
do it.
This one was a little sad, I guess. I've noticed my techniques have been working because I'm too weak to pull them off. I'm getting tapped by people with little to no technique. They're just super strong. People I'd beat if I were equal strength. Oh, these are people I would beat if they were equal strength. That's a weird way to phrase that, bro.
Yeah, I was going to say.
What's your guys' workout routine for functional strength? I'm not trying to be super strong. I just want to gain a few extra pounds of muscle.
Ooh, who wants to go first? Because we're going to be negative on both.
Yeah, we're
We're going to be negative on both.
so yes and no. It's you're right and you're wrong. All
Yes,
at the same
all
time.
at the same time.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
So I
We're
think
on the same page. I don't even have to say shit.
I think functional strength is fantastic, but that's not going to make you better at jiu-jitsu. Like
Nope.
look, man, I've had it handed to me
Yes.
by people that I am so much stronger than because it's technique. It's not strength.
Andrew,
That's what
Andrew is a perfect
Yeah.
example.
Andrew, I don't know.
I can throw Andrew like a football.
Yes,
and I'm
he's
old and
tiny.
crippled.
Yeah.
But if I competition fight Andrew, I'm going to lose 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
He's tiny
and
and
maybe
he can
10
kill
times
you.
out of 10. So the point is, it's not about the strength that
It's
makes
not.
you able to do jiu-jitsu better. It's not.
Get a deeper belt.
Yeah.
That's really what you're at.
Strength training is awesome. I highly recommend it. I think it's great for everybody. I think it's good. But if you're relying on strength to tap people out, you're doing it wrong.
So your technique is not good enough. No, so you say you're
Right.
so much better than them, then your technique is not
Yeah,
good enough.
exactly.
I hate to be a dick, but that's what it is. Because there's, if everyone in this room I know knows my upper body strength is not there. It's ever since my neck surgery, it's not. Okay, I've had a woman make fun of me. Like, I'm stronger than you. I'm like, yes,
Yeah.
yes, you are.
Well, it's
But-
your wife.
But yeah, it was. Anyways, but I can still get people in because my techniques are sound in the ones that I know and I'm good with. So it's not strength. You're just looking for excuse for why you're losing.
Was that a white belt question? Did you say what belt he
well,
was?
They didn't say what
It does.
belt,
It
but
does.
it
I
feels
get it.
like a white belt.
It feels like a white belt question. Like I should be better. So I can't even be nice. Can I? Let's
If-
try
so
to find
Name
it.
this person, rip them apart. Who cares?
Yeah, that's true. Fuck them.
Well,
You think
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
better than you are.
Yeah.
I think we both moved at the same time and the table moved.
Yeah, that was-
my bad, Austin.
We're good.
yeah.
All right.
Again, that was, I think, hubris, and I don't like it.
Well,
Because
some-
you're saying
yeah.
if I was as big and strong as you,
I
I'd
would
tap you
beat
out.
you.
Well, yeah, duh. Okay, so when the lighter your belt color is, the more strength and athleticism matter.
Yeah, because
So if
you're using that
Yeah,
buffer.
Exactly. But if you keep on doing the technique, it matters less and less as the years go by.
Yeah, so-
and the problem with jiu-jitsu is it takes years to be able to be something in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, it
just
does. And here's another thing. Like, the color of your belt doesn't really fucking matter. Like, look at me. I'm a one-stripe blue belt. I'm the same rank as that guy right there, right?
So,
And Austin will whoop your ass.
Austin, can you beat me?
I mean,
Let's
we
just
haven't.
go.
Probably not. Like, handle
Probably?
you? No.
Like, can you handle me?
no.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Let's go.
I have mats in my
Well,
belt.
Let's do
hold
this
on.
thing.
Yes, I can.
We
yeah,
have
Let's
this camera,
record it.
We have this camera right
I
here.
can tap him in like 3 seconds. Can opener all day.
Yeah, that is true. You can't open it.
And if you
you
can't,
will win.
And if you can't stop it, you ain't good at jiu-jitsu.
The problem is to stop it is as simple as hell, but it hurts so much when it
Hey.
first happens.
You shouldn't let him get there then.
I won't.
Bring the camera.
Did you guys?
I'll try to be. I'll be the camera boy.
Oh gosh. Did
God,
you
you'll
guys
probably
listen?
tape just the wall.
I would too. I'd screw that up. I'm like I'm a white belt at cameraman. I'm
It
sorry.
would just straight be his reaction to everything.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna film myself. Like get the camera with a selfie. I'm like oh, and do the Joe Rogan faces like oh.
This isn't a TikTok, Paul.
So, but I'll say I'm trying to come up with a nice way to say it, but your technique isn't good enough. You're more than likely a white belt. If you're not a white belt, and this isn't a knock on white belts because I was a white belt for a fucking long time, and we all were.
True.
So, just if you're too small, you're not strong enough. Blah blah blah. Guess what? My daughter can beat my ass at times. She weighs 100 pounds, and she can choke me. So it doesn't really matter size. It doesn't really matter your strength. It's just keep doing what you're doing. Focus on your technique. The better your technique gets, the less their strength matters.
Also deadlifts.
Totally not true. Fuck off.
Power cleans. That's where it's at. You
What's
wanna
a
do
power clean?
It's kind of like a deadlift, except you go up to the chest.
Oh, so that's the one where you clean jerk it up to here.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
more of a power move. Yeah.
Okay. Also, I just want to vent a little bit.
Oh God.
You just brought up something. If you feel like you need to post every time you're at the gym, lifting, every day that you're fucking rolling,
Keep it up.
suck it. That's all I'm at.
I like it. I support that.
Can I?
I'm such a bitch. I don't care if you check in, but if you're posting every day like getting after it again, I don't care.
I do. I care.
I know most people
love
do.
you.
I'm just a dick.
I love
There's
you
so
people.
many things I want to vent about right now.
Oh, go! Austin never vents. Go.
Well, you brought up social media.
We got time. We got less than an hour right now.
All right, you brought up social media, and I've seen a mass increase of people becoming life coaches.
What is that? What is that?
It's
Seriously,
no, I'm
you're not
saying it.
shitting
No,
me.
I'm gonna cancel.
You're not kidding. There's a mass amount of life coaches.
So one
Can we change it to
gentleman,
grappling dads, life coaches?
that would be a
We've
fun
like
series.
coached thousands of people.
That would be a
Look at
fun
us
series.
go.
One gentleman I went to middle school, high school, all that stuff with, and
You could have just explained with school.
Yeah, my bad. And why are you a life coach? Like I knew
What
you.
the fuck is a life coach? How is that a thing?
I don't know what it is.
There's people that don't want to go to school to be like a psychologist.
Actual
or
He
psychologist
psychologist.
or
went
some
to
shit.
college, and it wasn't for
So
this.
you can go to college for 2 years, 4
What
years,
was it
or
for?
8 years to be an actual,
Yeah.
psychologist. So
So
it's like I give up. I'm going to be a life coach.
And by the way, it's super easy to give advice to, like, if I'm having issues, Paul can give me advice all day. We've done it. We're close friends. Paul will give me advice all day. Paul's fucking up. I'm really good at giving him advice. Are we life coaches to each other?
Yes, for free.
For freezies.
Why am I going to
That's
pay
not
you
true.
money,
We give each other beer.
We also do that.
which is a life coach method?
Is it?
I would say so.
I would
Hey,
say
you're
so.
feeling bad?
It's
Here's a
paid.
beer.
Yeah.
I don't understand why do you need a life coach? It's your life. If you need a psychiatrist or a counselor, go see one of them.
So here's the thing, like, if
Are you planning on being a life coach? Is
No.
that where this is headed?
no, but I don't. If somebody's trying to make their life better, like I don't want to just tell them not to.
I know, that's true. That
But
is
if you
true.
But
if you think
also-
this is the way,
But yeah, I was gonna say, if you think a life coach is the way to fix your life,
Like, look, man,
you're fucking
here's-
probably wrong. Get a
here's-
mentor. Mentors are cool.
Get on YouTube. I'm sorry. You can learn whatever you want from YouTube.
Hold
man.
on. Okay, hold on. That's totally true though. But real quick, a mentor is one thing because I've actually personally been mentors. A mentor?
you've both been mentors to me when I was a freaking white belt.
True. And we've been a mentor.
And we
And
say how much he sucks too, so that doesn't say much about us.
no, I think that speaks volumes about us actually.
Yeah, it actually says more about you.
Hey, that motherfucker can scissor sweep pretty damn good because of me.
True, true.
He can.
my
He
go-to.
almost caught me, and then I poked him in the nose.
Appreciate you.
It's like, fuck off, no. But I don't understand. Oh, you need a life coach. I can't get it. I just can't get past it.
Just YouTube David Goggins. He'll hook you up.
David Goggins will get you pumped.
Look, man,
I'll run through a
Save-
fucking wall for that man.
Save your money on a life coach.
Call Paul.
No, don't do that for sure, unless you want like credit card stuff. So,
He's really good with that.
just get like
Bitcoin.
Anthony Robbins on YouTube and just listen to all he's got to say. You'll be fine, man. Like you'll be fine.
Don't you think it's so interesting in jiu-jitsu even that how much people just are searching to be better at it, that they will go to whatever they can find and be like, yeah, see that? That's how I'm good at this. No, bro, just be good at it. Be good at life. Try it. It sucks. Life sucks. And everybody's like, well, you've had it easy. I have not had it easy. I've had it shitty. However, I enjoy my life. I really do. I got a good life. I don't complain. However, my jiu-jitsu sucks.
She's still get a life coach.
I need a life coach now for jiu-jitsu. Will Ben be my jiu-jitsu life coach?
Oh, Ben.
He should be. Yeah.
Hey, Ben.
Help us out, man.
We
It's-
golf and
be
get
my-
drunk
be
every
my life
Wednesday.
coach.
Every Wednesday.
It's more the
It's not
people.
healthy what we do on Wednesdays.
The people who are saying that they're life coaches. One of them, guy I went to school with. It's
it's
like
somebody you know.
Yeah.
And you're like, no fucking way.
And then one was a former intern at a news station I worked at. Won't name names, but it's like
Name him.
you couldn't figure out how
Can
to
I
like
say
answer
where
it.
you were an intern?
No.
Where I'm
No.
guessing? Can I guess? Was
No.
it
No.
Buffalo or was it here?
here.
Oh, okay. I won't say it.
Yeah. And it's just like you were an intern and now you're a life. What?
Here's the thing. Like if you know somebody and you know their life is a disaster and now they're a life coach, you're like, wait a minute.
Their life
How are you
wasn't
gonna
even a
help me?
disaster. I mean, they're a good person, but it's like, why would I pay you,
So,
you know
life
what's
coach
interesting?
me when I'm older than you?
Hold
Yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah.
Well, age has nothing
age
to do
has
with
nothing
it.
to do with it.
Zero.
Because
In this
I've
case,
met some old
no.
people that are
In
fuck
this
ups.
case, it does.
Okay, it does.
You don't know the
In
person.
in that person's case, whatever. But
Yes.
age in general, like I
agree.
Age
Age in general
I
does not matter.
I am not an ageist. Like there's some people that are very, very young that
Yeah,
I will
super-
learn
100%.
Some of my
100%.
best managers that have ever led me, which I haven't had a ton of them, were younger than me.
Yeah,
like
that's
one of
fine.
them was half my fucking age. I'm like, you are damn impressive.
Yeah, some people.
She
just,
was amazing.
Yeah, some people just have like all those life experience, right? And I
Right.
would love to learn from anybody. But yeah, the life coach thing seems a little bit like a.
Well, we
Like
got
a fad,
we
I
got
guess.
invited onto a life coach show. And I was cool with it till he told me he was a life coach. And then I kind of put it off. Because once he told me he was a life coach, I'm like, bro, like, I don't want to be on a show like that. Because that's not what we do here. We're here to be realistic with what BJJ should be to everybody.
Well,
And we want people to say, so we're realistic. We will tell you, if you ask us, we will tell you the shitty part of jiu-jitsu, which most people won't. Because most people, speaking of life coach, think jiu-jitsu will fix your life. It will not. If your life is fucked hard and you don't know how to deal with it, guess what? It's going to suck.
yeah.
Jiu-jitsu
You can
won't
find
solve
jiu-jitsu. It will solve it for a short period of time while you're obsessed with it and you're paying no attention to the shit around you that is actually still going wrong.
It's one of those things. I think we talked about it quite often. Like jiu-jitsu can help make your life better if
Yes.
you make it
Totally
part of
agree.
that thing that's
Totally
making your life
agree.
better, right? But it's not going to just take your problems away.
It's not. Even if you make it part of the fabric that is you, it's still not going to make life better. Shit's still going to happen to you.
yeah.
But there also is a thing to be said of like, it was an interesting conversation I had with I got hired in as a manager at a new place. So I'm managing one part. There's a manager on the other side that's very threatened by me being there. And he should, because I'm really good at what I do. But anyways, I'm not good at jiu-jitsu, but I'm good at managing.
Hubris is awesome.
Yeah, I have a lot of it. And most of it's bullshit. But anyways, no, we had a conversation, me and him together, and we're just talking, and he's like, yeah, if I just tell people what to do, it'll be fine. I'm like, it's not how life works, bro. You can't just tell people to do things and it'll work. And that's true for jiu-jitsu. You can't just tell yourself it's going to be okay because I'm doing jiu-jitsu. It doesn't help. It doesn't.
Anyway, so there's my rant on life coaches.
You got anything else? Because I don't like life coaches either. Paul's on board. Do we have any questions in there?
I
I've
will
got
life
plenty
coach,
more
but not charge
questions.
for it. How about that?
Oh, Ben says he's got us, so Ben's going to be our life coach.
Good,
Oh,
good looking out,
sweet.
Ben.
That could actually be a fun.
I need that in my
funny
life.
segment.
Cannot wait to see how my life turns out.
Fix me, Ben.
Oh, and Adam's in the chat. He's going to tag you for his Tumblr
Oh, thank you. Please do that
and say, "Give me my damn Tumblr."
because he won.
Give it to me.
And I'll say it
I'll
was.
roll
It was.
for it.
I will tell everybody it was actually a guy from our gym that won, But Austin did it perfectly because he told us the answers that were the top without any names. We had no clue who it was, and we all three of us picked the exact same one. And,
I didn't vote.
He won.
Yeah, you didn't vote.
You didn't vote?
Yeah.
Okay. 2-0. He won. 2-0.
You guys literally
because it
picked
was
the same
perfect.
one.
It was perfect though. If you would have added alcohol like whiskey and ibuprofen, would have won twice.
Whatever I can wash ibuprofen down with. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's the
I was
one.
like, valid, but he should have picked whiskey because it
And-
goes down really
Or
good.
Vicodin.
And when we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're on 504.
Dang.
Roy said he'd
How
give
are
away
we
another
moving
one.
so slow?
Well, one, I've been doing videos because
Yeah.
I've been busy as shit.
don't
We
have
need to
enough
do
bots.
actual
We need more
videos.
bots.
Yeah, where are the
We need-
bots at?
Come on,
I mean,
bots, where you at?
I can pay for it. That's real fun.
Well, don't do that.
Yeah.
Dude, is that not hilarious? How many times a week do we get offered to buy 1,000 subscribers on Instagram?
Quite a few
Promoted
times.
on blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
Yeah, we just got one during the show. Promote on this. F off.
what else we got for questions? Anything else?
I'm
Anybody
newer
on
to
there?
BJJ. 3 months in, I keep seeing and hearing everyone talking about rash guards. I usually wear a dry wick shirt like I would in most athletic settings. Is there a big difference?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, moving on.
Wait,
No, go ahead. You got this.
So with a rash guard, it's nice and close fitting, and it's hard to get your fingers wrapped up in a rash guard. When
Yeah.
you
Yes.
just have a shirt on, I don't care if it's dry wick. Like, you're going to get pinkies and fingers and stuff
It
wrapped
happened.
up
You
into
can
it.
see it.
Yeah.
It gets caught.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody-
Is it more comfortable?
Yeah. Somebody,
Yes.
if you're wearing a gi, somebody's still going to get that stupid shirt. If you're
Yep.
doing no gi, somebody's going to just get, it's not cool. Just wear a rash
Also,
guard.
number 2, you look like a tool.
Yeah.
It looks like you walked into the wrong sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really does. It's like, yeah, it's the wrong
Yeah,
shirt
this
for
ain't
this.
CrossFit, bro.
Yeah,
That's down
you're in the
road.
wrong area.
Or if you're John Donaher, you just wear one everywhere.
Dude, what up
If you're
with Gordon
John
Ryan?
Donaher, you can do whatever you want.
Is Gordon Ryan actually retired? Is that what the deal is?
So he's
because I
up-
don't know.
Yeah, so says he, apparently retired. However, he just found people that do stem cell therapy, so he's going through
To
that.
help him with his,
So
because he
hopefully,
has stomach issues,
Oh,
right?
bad,
Isn't
yeah.
that what
So
it is?
what
Like
happened
he
was
can't hold
he-
the weight or anything.
yeah. So what happened was he got a bunch of staph infections. So he was on antibiotics a lot.
Yeah.
That he thinks gave him the stomach issue. So now he just feels sick all the time.
All
like
the
he's
time.
always going to throw up no matter what, and he can't train. He can't compete. He just he goes, I'm not.
I
at
have
my
a new
best.
idea.
Do it anyway.
So
Come
many,
on,
so many steroids fucked you up.
I mean, it could be,
It's
but
all
I don't.
natural, bro.
Yeah.
All natural, my ass.
Look at me, bro. Never. A steroid,
Look at his
but I'm
look
just
at his little brother.
jacked.
Little brother, before he even hit 18,
Oh,
all of a
he's-
sudden,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, all natural, my ass. Galveo, did you see him prior to the last 10 years? Not a huge dude. All of a sudden, ginormous.
That's just what happens when you pray, bro. Next question.
That was a good one.
Next question.
That was good. You win on that one. You win on that one. I'm sorry, there's steroids run rampant in jiu-jitsu, and I don't care what you tell me because it's not even tested for.
You know,
Yeah,
I,
that's why I'm on them.
It's not even fucking tested.
you know, I can tell if
Stupid
somebody's on
shit.
steroids. They can lift more than me.
There's a lot of people at my gym who are on steroids.
All right, next
Hey
question.
They're like,
guys,
oh,
I
you-
can lift at least 25 pounds.
Anyway.
Maybe.
This guy, I'm so bummed. I finally found a gym that fits my new work schedule after taking a year off from jiu-jitsu, and I felt a pop in my knee. Happened a month ago. No, got an MRI, no tears. But
Then
they're,
stop being a bitch.
but they're suggesting arthroscopic surgery
Why?
Wait,
Already
whoa.
tears.
There's no tears.
for cleanup of possible damage.
Yeah,
Yikes.
they're just trying to get you under the knife,
Walk
bro.
it off.
Yeah,
They're
that's
just
like
trying to get you. Take some ibuprofen and run that shit off.
Out of
or
it- out
as
of-
John calls it,
out of
vitamin I. Ibuprofen. is
Yeah,
vitamin I.
exactly. It works. I like that. Who
That's
said
awesome.
that? That was great.
You should win a tumbler.
Louisa?
That's awesome.
I just
Vitamin I. I'm using that.
that is vitamin I because I live on that
I
shit.
just stole that.
It's so
That's
funny.
mine now.
It was so funny. Two guys at my job. So part of my job is I basically manage excavating in a plumbing business, and it's mostly younger guys. There's one guy that's older like me, and I pulled up to 2 different jobs this week, and they're like, "Oh man, my back hurts." I'm like, "You want some ibuprofen?" They're like, "You have ibuprofen?" I'm over 40.
Like,
I always have
you don't?
ibuprofen. Dude, what
Does
is
it-
your problem?
I'm more surprised that you don't have it right in your truck than I.
Stupid young kids.
You're not wrong. When we went to nationals for tennis, my shoulder was bothering me. My partner, every single time.
And he's
Here
an
you go.
older dude.
Oh yeah. He goes, here you go. Here you go. Take
Yeah,
two.
every time we have it.
Take two right before the match. We'll be
Oh
good.
no, I never run out of ibuprofen.
Oh,
Vitamin
my
I,
gosh.
it's a thing.
Yep.
It's a thing.
Yeah, just you'll be fine. Just don't try to win every single match for 6 months, and you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
you'll be fine.
Yeah, just chill.
We can end on this one. Then I'm going to make
Yeah,
you guys do picks for UFC
All right.
because
Ooh.
we never record them.
You have to tell me what they are, though.
Well, yeah, and it's the Jamal card. So,
Okay, I picked Jamal.
well, I know, but there's 5 fights. You dick. The missus left me. She thinks I've been cheating, and I'm saying I went out rolling. I tried to explain to her, but she thinks I'm a liar. This dude's back is
Okay.
scratched to all hell.
I saw
I saw
this.
that one. I
Homie's
did too.
cheating.
He
That
probably
didn't come
is.
from jiu-jitsu.
What the
I've
fuck?
never had that in the
What
12 years
jujitsu
to the
person
day.
did this?
Never. No, I've had the occasional
I've had a scratch.
on my neck.
Yeah, I've
You know,
had a
somebody
scratch
didn't
from
cut.
somebody that cut their nails.
Hickey
Yeah.
geese. Hickey geese.
Dude, that
Gee hickeys?
that,
Gee hickeys,
that
yes.
picture
Whoops.
right there.
That's
That happened in a bedroom.
his.
Sorry, bro.
Yes, I'm looking at this picture.
That happened in a bedroom. I don't care.
Why
what
would
he
it be
says.
on the lower back?
That's what I don't understand.
I'm just saying, why would no one tries to control your lower
Did somebody
back?
tie you down on your stomach and throw an angry cat
My
on your
missus
back?
thinks I'm cheating, or is he? Yeah, dude.
Your missus is right.
Or you go to the yeah, or you go to the wrong gym and they're doing stupid shit.
That's not even like
Dude,
one of
it's-
those belt
it's-
promotions. You know what I mean?
No.
Like
No.
That's
those
what I
are-
thought it was
those
when
are
I first saw the
fingernails.
post.
those are passionate
those are straight up.
scratches.
Yeah, those
is
are
what
passionate
those are.
scratches, son. Ugh.
Sorry, homie, I'm not on your side.
Yeah, no one's
Like,
on
you
your side
shouldn't
on
have
the
posted
show.
that.
When
There's
said-
310 comments. I wish I could read them, but I can't.
read
find
it.
them.
no, some of them get pretty.
Read a
Gross.
couple.
Yeah,
Well, I
some
gotta
of
find the
no,
post.
some of
It's
them
a
get
photo
pretty
you
gross.
sent.
Yeah, it's a photo
All
you
right,
took.
God, that's
All
funny.
right, what's the picks? Give me some.
All right, so UFC, what number is it? 260
60 something. Yeah,
63?
64.
UFC card this weekend. I'm going to Google it real quick. I did not have this up. I just wanted to do
Oh
it.
well, we can do it.
I can't. I don't have any service in your basement. Zero.
How do you have none?
Are you connected to my
I have a
There's
Wi-Fi?
Literally.
You're on my phone plan. How is that possible?
Well, let me see if I can do this. Do this.
The only problem is
Oh,
they.
hey.
263.
Yeah, 263. Okay.
First fight on the main card, ironically, Jamal Hill versus Paul Craig. I think we're
Jamal.
all going to be pretty...
Paul, who you got on that one?
Yeah.
Who's he fighting?
Paul
Craig?
Craig. He's
Does it matter who he's fighting?
He's ranked 14. Jamal's 15.
Oh, clearly Paul's got this.
Oh my God!
He's ranked higher. Isn't that how this works?
You.
Jiu-jitsu
Oh,
math.
he's gonna fuck you up.
I don't go to the gym anymore. It's fine.
Also true. He knows where you live
He does.
because he knows where I live.
That's all right.
Yeah,
he's not
he's
gonna.
been-
He's not gonna beat up an old man for being silly.
I think he
You
will.
know. You know. Yeah, I take that back.
I think he will.
Yeah.
I'm picking Jamal for the record.
Yes, I will pick Jamal because I think he's got the length to give Paul Craig a real issue. Anyways,
I'm
go
excited
ahead.
to see the fight. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Next.
it's gonna be fun, dude.
Damian Maia, Bilal Muhammad.
Damien.
Nope.
Damien Maya. all
Muhammad.
day.
Muhammad.
I think I'm going to go Muhammad too.
Maya is 112.
I don't care.
He's just
I don't
old.
care. I like him.
He's looked pretty slow the last two fights,
Yeah.
and he's had trouble getting people down. And
You know, if
it's
people,
not-
if the rest would quit taking him off of people's backs once he's on
that
there,
was bullshit. I will give you that. That fight was bullshit. If you guys didn't watch it, it was probably 2 fights ago. He literally had a dude's back.
was it 2 fights ago?
I think it was 2.
I thought that was his last.
Was it the last?
I can't remember.
It's 1 or 2 fights ago.
They
Because we
talked about
watched
it recently.
and they literally, he's on the dude's back, and they're like, "Yeah, you're not doing enough." I'm like, "What?"
Stand him back up.
Like,
Yeah.
Why?
What the fuck?
Ah.
They wanted him to lose.
Hey,
I just think there is some shiftiness in all of combat sports. There's no way around it.
there's shiftiness, and then there's like blatant what?
Oh, there
what
goes that
the
light.
fuck just happened?
That battery died. Hold on.
We're in a shadow.
Dun,
Hey,
dun,
guys.
dun.
We're still here, I promise.
Yeah,
The sad thing is that's happened more than once.
Oh, now it's the sun.
I can't see. There we go. Hey,
There we go.
There
That's
we are.
it's still kind of shadowy on
It's
the
good, it's
camera,
good, it's
though.
good.
We'll deal with it. We're almost done.
Yeah, we're just picking some picks. Picking the picks. Yeah,
Are
I
you
got,
picking the picks? All right.
I got Damien though. I like him. I want him to win, regardless of whether I think he will or not. I want.
He's a
him to win.
jiu-jitsu guy, so
He
of course
is-
you got to
he's-
pull
he's-
for him. But I'm going with the other.
Well, I don't. Even, so when he fights, like you know what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I mean?
Muhammad's really good at staying up and beating the shit out of people. So hopefully, we'll see. What's next?
Leon Edwards, Nate Diaz.
Diaz.
Fuck, I gotta pick Diaz just because I
Diaz.
love me some Diaz.
Who doesn't want him
And
to
Leon,
win?
well, and the problem is Leon has great power for his size. He really does.
It don't
He's got
matter.
good
You can't
length.
knock
He's
out
got
a
good
Diaz.
power. Well, guess what?
You can hit him with a
Diaz
baseball bat.
Yeah, that's the thing. Diaz just keeps coming.
Yeah.
Even when he got beat by Jorge,
Masvidal, yeah.
he was still standing. They had to stop it because
Look.
he was bleeding so much.
He got a cut somewhere.
I didn't
yeah.
see that.
It was
coming.
over his eye. It was nasty.
I picked that fight wrong too. I had Diaz on that. I was
Well,
100%
Diaz
wrong.
could have came back. That's the thing. It's just he didn't get a chance because he was cut all to shit.
Yeah.
He was getting his
He was.
ass
He
done
was
whooped
losing that
though.
fight.
But it's not the first time that's
That was
happened to
not
a
his-
Diaz brother.
Was it just me, or was that like not his? He wasn't like at his best. Like he's a better
No, I
fighter
think-
than I thought he
well,
was
I
doing
think,
in that
well,
fight.
no, the problem was I think Jorge
Is he
will
just that
come
good?
at you.
Is he just that good though?
Jorge?
Yeah.
He didn't look that good versus Usman.
He didn't look like shit versus Usman twice. So, no, I think his style doesn't fit Diaz.
Yeah, styles make fights, right? I guess
He
I guess there's
throws-
something with that.
Jorge throws long. Like, I don't know how he's not that tall, but he throws I don't know what his reach is, but he throws long. So the jabs that usually kept people away, Jorge would eat and throw an overhand right to his face. And
Hey,
it split him open.
Hey, isn't Colby Covington fighting
God,
Usman?
Yeah,
again?
that's the new rumor, yeah.
Okay.
No,
That's
it's
gonna be the
confirmed.
next fight. Is it confirmed?
They don't know I have a date, but Dana White said
He's gonna whoop his ass again.
Usman?
Colby does not have the power. Somebody's gonna have to catch Usman, in my opinion, with one punch that takes him out.
Do you
because he is just a fucking workhorse.
and he's getting better.
He gets better all the time.
It's scary.
Doesn't he
It is.
Doesn't he have knees like mine too? Like he's got just
Covington or Usman?
Usman.
No,
Oh, I
Usman,
don't know.
Usman's healthy as shit.
He's a
dude.
beast,
I
bro.
thought he was on Rogan or something talking
He
about how
might
bad
have.
his knees
He might
are.
have, but he's a
And he's just like I just do.
which
the
would
thing.
make sense because he's a wrestler background. But he's he's getting
mean-
better. His striking's getting better. He's
Covington's
dangerous.
not going to submit him by knee bar.
Yeah, no.
Knee bar.
I hate Covington though. I don't care.
He's got an
it's-
interesting style.
His,
he got it.
no, it's
like,
his face.
Like
I don't care about that. It's his face. I fucking
hate his
hate his
face.
face.
Yeah.
He looks like a fucking rat. I hate him.
That's fair.
Everybody's like, oh, he does this and does that. I don't care. His face is stupid.
I'm,
and I
I'm
hate
trying
it.
to just go based on styles.
I go on
Not-
face.
not
His
personality.
face is
except
stupid.
for Maya.
I just don't like that.
I like it.
His style won't fit in with Usman.
all
Usman will wear
the
him out.
rumors that he created this like wrestling persona to be like the bad guy.
Yes.
So he could get more fights. That just irks me. It's like just be yourself,
Just
man.
be yourself, dude.
Yes and no, right?
I'm sorry you're not interesting.
I agree.
But it doesn't work
1,000%.
because his style doesn't
I
back
agree,
it up.
but it also worked, right?
But
It
it
worked.
didn't.
it
But
did work. He
didn't.
got the title. He got title fights. He got big
But the only thing is,
pay-per-views.
because he won fights,
Right.
his style won him fights because he could outlast people. He's never outlasting Usman. Usman can
Probably
go for
not.
fucking days.
Right.
So Colby's style of not being able to knock a motherfucker out and outworking them is not going to work against Usman. Usman, it's just not going to work.
Fair enough. All right, who else is on the
Well,
card? We got to pick.
Co-main event: Davison Figueiredo versus Brandon Moreno.
Oh, God, the first fight was so great.
It was.
I
It
don't know.
was
What do
epic.
they call it? Majority draw? Is that what
Yeah,
it's
it was a
called?
majority draw. It was
I don't know these
epic,
people.
bro.
So
Figueroa,
go ahead.
Majority draw.
So yeah, it was Figueroa is a big Brazilian power puncher. Like he will knock you the fuck out, but he's pretty technical. He's pretty tight in his knockouts. And Moreno is just he's more of a Diaz style, like tap you up, take you out. It was a good fight. It was Figueroa. Nobody knows who can beat Figueroa because he has power. He can take a punch. He has jiu-jitsu. But Moreno gave him a fucking run.
Well,
a
wait.
lot of people gave Moreno that fight. The last fight they had, a lot of people gave Moreno that fight. He looked good.
Well, wait.
125, aren't
Yep.
they?
Oh, dang, tiny people.
Yeah, it doesn't. Figueroa doesn't throw like that though.
Really?
Oh
And
no,
he cuts.
throws like
I'll,
a beast.
I'll have to watch some of his highlights.
He's
then.
had
Sounds
some,
good.
Yeah, you should. He's
All
a
right,
beast.
all right.
He's
Send
had
me-
some
send me
weight
some-
cutting problems before.
Yes, he has. He's missed weight.
I imagine if you're at 125, like if you're 130, it's hard to get down to 125.
It's 125, 135. I don't know. It's small.
I didn't know they had 125. I thought
Fucking
it was like
small,
135 was
son.
the smallest, but I've been out of the
Well, Figueroa
fight game for a while.
Figueroa has Mighty Mouse's title, right? Or no?
Yes.
Yes, he does. He has Mighty Mouse's title, so that's 125. Mighty Mouse is tiny.
Flyweight.
Yeah, he's flyweight.
125.
Yeah,
I'm right.
125. Did you see he lost?
Who did?
Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
I did see that.
Overseas.
Like a month and a half ago.
It was one.
Yeah, one
One?
championship. Everybody's like, I can't believe Dana White's letting him go. No one buys his pay-per-views.
No, nobody cares.
No, he had the lowest if I remember correctly, he had the lowest pay-per-view numbers of any
It's
champion.
because he didn't act like Colby Covington.
No, he also didn't. he beat most people by outworking them.
Yeah.
And that's what Colby Covington's problem is. He can be the biggest asshole. Everyone can hate him, but all he does is outwork people, which is awesome. Don't get me wrong. That's awesome.
Hold on. But what about when he like suplexed to the armbar? Was that not the coolest thing you've ever seen in the octagon?
Oh no, I love Demetrius.
Bro.
I like Demetrius, but he didn't sell to the masses. I like Demetrius for sure because he was super talented.
I thought it was just because he didn't weigh as much. Like people want to see the big guys throw.
No, because Figueroa, people will pay for Figueroa. He throws some shit. Look him up, dude. He fucking throws some shit. He beat the fuck out of Benavidez twice. Knocked him silly.
Who are you picking?
The opposite.
I'm going to go with Figueroa.
The opposite guy.
Okay, Brandon.
Moreno.
Yeah.
I want to pick Moreno because I like him a lot more. He's a super cool cat, but I think Figueroa will come at him differently, and he has more power than Moreno does.
I'm going to go with Moreno, too. Just
I
'cause
want
like
to
him.
because I like him too, but I'm going to be cool and just pick Figueroa because he's got some power.
So after that fight, what I liked was Moreno was like, yo, awesome fight, hug it out. And Figueiredo was still like celebrating, kind of just being like super bravado.
He was a bitch.
Yeah.
He was a bitch about it.
So I'm like, I want Moreno. I just like him more.
I like Moreno way more, but I figured he does have, I'm just going on logic that he has power. He'll learn from what happened the last time, that just throwing one punch wasn't going to win. So and he has those talent to string things together. So I'm going to go with Figueroa.
They hugged it
I
out.
watch more than you do. They
hugged it
hug
out.
you
Yeah, I
out.
was
They're
gonna
fine. And he also said that was one of the best fights he's been in. Hardest fights he's ever been in was with Brandon Vera. So
UFC's Brandon Moreno says Davison Figueiredo is an
Moreno.
ugly dumb asshole.
yeah, now they're back into selling
Right,
tickets.
we gotta
so
sell
now
tickets.
they're back into selling tickets.
Main event, Adesanya versus Vettori, part 2.
Adesanya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. He's a different creature. He went up to a weight class where he looked undersized instantly. Like,
Yeah.
let's go light heavyweight. Like, dude, your build doesn't lead to it. And he also said, fuck you, I'm not getting fat. And
I'm not
it
kidding.
didn't work out. Like, and Bohovic is too good for that to happen. However, Adesanya is just a beast, man.
Yeah, he's fun
I
to
just
watch.
have all the respect for him. Everyone thinks he's a cocky asshole, but he always seems to say the right things about his opponents. He's usually right.
Yeah,
He's usually right.
I don't think he's as cocky as most.
I don't think he is. I think he comes across that way. It's a great persona for him because no one seems to hate him.
It's funny because he comes off more confident than cocky to me.
Oh, he's cocky as fuck. Motherfucker dances to the ring every time. Excuse me.
So does Jamal.
Jamal's cocky.
Jamal's cocky as fuck.
That fair.
But he's
I
also
love it, though.
confident.
He's confident, though.
It's all in how you see it. I see it as both.
That is true. That is
Granted,
true.
Jamal is the same person who said, and I'm going to take him up on this, he will respect me if I go to a tournament and I just wipe the floor with fucking everybody. So I'm just going to enter every fucking tournament. I got to win.
Until
a
it
few of these.
happens.
Yeah.
I think you got it.
I just got to win, right?
You just got to wait
Yeah,
till there's
just
one
every single
person in your
match.
bracket and you kill it.
And
You
it's
just
a
gotta
12-year-old who's
identify
still
as an
yeah,
saying,
just
8-year-old,
fuck
you'll
that
be
guy
all right.
up and you're good.
Jamal, I got gold. You got to respect me,
Yeah.
man. That's the card.
All I know is Jamal. This is going to be the biggest test for Jamal
Yeah.
that he's had in his career. St. Preux should have been, but he just never. Jamal's style just fucking made it impossible for. Which I kind of figured when he fought St. Preux. I'm like, wow, St. Proux's thing is to throw big looping punches with long arms. Jamal's going to eat him up.
You're not
and
gonna
he
hit him,
fucking
yeah.
did. He ate him up because he had the length to fuck him up. So I'm like, But Paul Craig comes at you.
Yeah.
Jamal usually deals with those fuckers pretty well, though.
Who's that big Serbian dude he faced?
Yeah. Came right at him.
Oh.
The only thing is his head was so thick that he
Yeah.
never got knocked out. But Jamal beat the living shit out of him.
I talked
made
to
out of
Justin
bricks.
on Saturday, and he goes, that dude ate a lot of shots that would have put
lot.
anyone else down.
Like, dude, a lot.
Yeah.
Like, to the point where I felt bad for him because Jamal was just tagging the shit. Everybody's like, well, Jamal didn't knock him out. I'm like, did Jamal have a mark on him at the end of the fight? Because
Jamal got hit the one time. Yeah.
The one I saw was the one where Jamal got hit. He backed up 3 steps and then jabbed back into the fight. So I'm like, not really worried about that guy. So, and that dude just came nothing but at him, and Jamal fucked him up. So Jamal's, regardless of his confidence level, and whatever, he usually respects his opponent even if he doesn't say it. And he does, because he respects their talent.
I don't think he respects Paul Craig right now.
He fucking hates Paul Craig.
Things were said.
Things were said. His team has come out and said some shit. I don't think he hates Paul Craig. I think he...
Yeah. You're going to show him.
He's going to show him what he can do.
Well,
I think he's going to know. He's going to show him what he can do.
I'm fussy now. Now
yeah, he was kind of a bitch. Yeah, now he wants to fight him.
The other problem is fans are just being dicks.
What the hell is wrong with people?
Right. I mean, there's been some egregious things said
Dude,
toward
they've
Jamal.
like threatened Jamal's life. And I'm like, why is your problem? It's a fight.
That's
right?
easy to do when you're behind a keyboard.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a tough guy.
Jamal picked me up on Tuesday and I was scared. And I'm like, bro, I'm not fighting you.
Put me down, bro.
He keeps telling me to sign the contract. I'm like, I'll fight you if I get paid. You can put me down in one. That's fine.
I don't know. He punches pretty fucking
well,
hard.
Triangle me.
I've seen him kick. Yeah, be respectful. Choke me out.
My mom's watching.
I don't mind waking up from a choke. Waking up from a
Pull
punch
the
seems
Khabib.
worse.
Yeah,
exactly.
Khabib on Gaethje. Be nice.
Yeah. And I break his arm because of
But I will tell you
mom's
this.
watching.
Watch Jamal Hill. Watch him go. If he gets past here, if he gets past Paul Craig, which I think is his biggest issue.
When he gets past Paul Craig.
When he gets past Paul Craig, you guys are going to see some shit from that dude. It's going to be dangerous because Jamal's a unique talent. He really is. He's the baddest blue belt in Michigan.
Baddest blue belt in Michigan. Next to Kip.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
I'm terrible at this.
And then there's like the very distant second, which is Jamal Hill. Sorry,
I'm going to go with I'm terrible at jiu-jitsu. And,
oh, man.
And I can't even punch
You just
people.
own your awesomeness. Just do it.
I'm not bad at this.
All right, wrap this up.
All right,
guys.
Don't quit.
Don't quit. Keep coming.
Oh, wait.
Socials.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Grappling Dads _podcast. We're on YouTube. Twitch is a thing, too. We don't do ever. Patreon. Be sure to follow us on Patreon.
Yeah, go to the website. Go to the lower left-hand part of the screen. Click on Patreon and support us.
Awesome.
We have something coming to you shortly. As long as our box shows up, we'll make it happen.
Hold your breath.
All right, guys. Don't quit.
Don't quit.
Bye.